おっぱい吸わせてやるからよ。でっけもっとしゃぶらしろ。
The show will be peak. DANDADAN, an anime that consists of shonen, action, comedy, romance, alien, sci-fi, ghost, mystery. Honestly, this anime should have its own genre. WTF. Because genuinely, what the hell is going on? This anime is probably one of the most anticipated series to come out this year. Ever since the trailer came out, everyone, and I mean everyone, was hyping this series up to be the future of shonen. A mess of masterpieces in one place. The funniest shonen manga to ever come out. And of course, I was pretty excited myself. Now, around the beginning of the year, I was gonna start reading the manga purely because everyone was saying it's the funniest manga they have ever read. But when I first saw the trailer and saw how goddamn good it looks, I was like, you know what? Let's watch the anime first. Because consuming the anime before the manga is just my style. So when the first episode came out, I just went in thinking this is just gonna be another amazing anime like Heavenly Delusion or Made in Abyss or even Konosuba. And I came out the other side confidently saying this might be one of my favorite anime of all time. And some people might say, oh, it's the first episode. Of course it's good. It's gonna go downhill after this. But literally as each episode goes by, it just gets funnier, it just gets better, and it just hits so hard to the point where it actually lives up to the hype. And you can call me crazy, but I seriously think that not only will this be anime of the year, DANDADAN will be a generational anime that this generation of weebs will never forget. And to understand why, sit back, relax, and let me explain to you why I think DANDADAN will be an experience you will not want to miss. Now, to explain what DANDADAN is for anyone who's never even heard of it, it's you know, it's a lot easier said than done. But basically, we are introduced to Momo, which is the main girl of this story, who's not only chill, but have such a good sense of humor, and is badass as hell, while also believing in ghosts. And she got her badass psychic power from being captured by aliens and... yeah. And then we have Ken, who's also known as Okarun for the rest of the series, who is obsessed with aliens, and he got his superpowers from being possessed and losing his manly balls to... well, that. With the main goal for these two being, well, retrieving his manly nuts. Yeah, I told you this anime is hard to explain. You know what? It's easier for your mind if you just understand the entire plot of this anime is basically, we're getting our balls back with this one. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna bring us back to that episode 1. Because that might be one of the wildest introduction to an anime I've ever seen in my years of watching anime. Like, there's Grandma Turbo, who drops some of the wildest lines I've ever heard in an anime. And as someone who definitely will not beat the allegations, then we have Zoro, the aliens who capture Momo, and... yeah, they might be a little bit sus. Actually, no. Both of them are sus as hell. Like, at the time I'm recording, they still haven't explained why they are all obsessed with Okarun's balls. But I swear to God, there better be an explanation. Because I haven't seen people obsessed with balls this much since British people and football. And it's safe to say that the introduction of DANDADAN will go down as one of the weirdest introductions to a show we will ever see. Now, another thing I love to death about DANDADAN is the comedy. Because I don't think I have laughed this hard at an anime since Grand Blue or Konosuba. And I think that there are a bunch of factors that makes DANDADAN this damn funny. The first thing is the plot of this entire show. Because, like, the whole purpose of the show is retrieving a guy's balls. Like, it's so stupid that every single time it's brought up in the show, you just can't help but laugh out loud. Plus, everyone's reaction to him losing his balls, oh, priceless. Then you got the banter between the characters and the animation, which is arguably the key reasons why the comedy works so well in DANDADAN. Like, serious props to the voice actors of this anime, because not only can you tell that everyone is having so much fun in this project, they're putting their heart into these characters, which perfectly explains why the characters work so well together. Damn, she beat that pussy. And when it comes to the animation, oh my god, Science Saru is putting extra amount of care into this anime. Just like MAPPA with Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, Studio Trigger and Cyberpunk Edge Runner, and Ufotable with Demon Slayer, I feel like DANDADAN will be the star project for Science Saru. Like, their animation style with DANDADAN works so well together. It is insane. The ominous and weird vibe of the environment, the weird ass ghosts and aliens, the characters arguing, vibing, and tweaking the fuck out. Okarun transformation, Okarun's running, bruh, everything works so well and looks so good, which just add more juice to the comedy of DANDADAN. God, I love that face so much. And then the final nail that helps stitch the comedy to the show is the random ass stuff that happens in the anime. Literally, the most random shit just happens out of nowhere. Yeah, that pretty much sums up DANDADAN. Like, in one scene, we have these two chatting and bantering with each other, and then out of nowhere, fart sound effect. Or like we go from Momo trying to train up her psychic powers to Chasey where he needs to take a shit. Or like there's a moment where Okarun is opening up to Momo, talking about why he's so lonely and just wants friends. Then he gets it, because ugly. And then Sumo Guy shows up. Like I said, random things happens out of nowhere. Does that even hurt him? Now, I do want to dive more into the dynamics between Okarun and Momo, since it's such a key part of DANDADAN. But before that, I do want to put the focus on the significant characters in this anime, because they are all so unique. First, Momo, the girl that is completely obsessed with Takakura Ken. Not that one. In my eyes, probably one of the best shonen female lead I have seen in a very long time. Like, she is so chill, she has such a great sense of humor, she is badass as hell, and the best part about her is she is so relatable. Even with a bold personality, she is still very kind and friendly with everyone around her. And a key reason to why everyone loved her so much is her relationship with her grandmother. Like, her and her grandmother share such a great bond together. It is so wholesome. Like, if there's anyone talking bad about her grandmother, you can bet that she will beat their ass. And with that psychic power that she acquired, yeah, you do not want to mess with her. Also, what the hell is she doing to that beanbag? Next, Okarun, the guy that lost his massive ball. Seriously, look at the size of that thing. And, well, now he's a very interesting character, because on one side, his vocabulary and bantering is through the roof. While on the other side, just an awkward fellow that wants friends. Now, for how funny he is throughout the series, he has such a sad backstory. Not only is he bullied in the school, but you know how he's obsessed with aliens? Yeah, turns out he's obsessed with aliens because he couldn't make friends with normal people, so he thought he could make friends with them. That statement is genuinely so sad and hits so hard. But not to worry, because not only does he have a cute and badass partner now, my guy got that depression glow up with the cost of his balls. That's a small price to pay. And I will give the spotlight to that Turbo Granny transformation, because my god, that thing is so clean every single time. It actually makes me simp for this awkward fellow. Yo. And speaking of simping, Grandma Seiko. God damn. God damn. Someone needs to check her age, because god damn! She literally looks like Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen, but with white hair. Plus, she can beat Haunted Spirit asses. And she got that wholesome best friend vibe with Momo. And like I said, god damn. Then there's Aira, the girl that rubs Okarun's nuts all over her face. And honestly, I don't know. At the time of recording, I've only finished episode 6 of DANDADAN. And honestly, not a fan. She got that.
Oh my god, I'm Miss Pretty. I'm beautiful. Everybody loves me.
Like, holy crap, I want to slap her. But who knows? Episode 6 only just introduced her. And I'm gonna watch episode 7 right after this. So maybe that will change my mind. But my current verdict, fuck her. Then I'm pretty sure there's another guy called Gigi, but I've got no information about him, except from like trailers. But from what I can see, that man is hyperactive as heck, and he definitely got that comedic relief aura. But let's move away from that and circle back to what is arguably one of my favorite things about DANDADAN, Okarun X Momo. Now let's just be honest here. Who the hell doesn't love these two? I have genuinely fallen in love with these two since their introduction. And what is better than having two incredible characters? Well, of course, having them together pretty much all the time. Like Okarun and Momo literally has everything. Their chemistry, always on point. Their synergy, yeah, that thing is straight up through the roof. Their arguments, hilarious every single time. And their romance development, so goddamn genuine. Now, I don't know why, but a lot of shonen anime usually have the main girl falling in love with the main guy whenever he saves her from bullying, or when he saves her from getting beaten up, or when he saves her from a near-death experience. Or, well, when he is so strong and hot, she just starts developing her feelings. This is the reason why it is so refreshing for me to see the main girl and the main guy falling in love with each other solely because their vibe is on point. With a little bonus of him having the same name as her celebrity crush. But their romance development plays so well with the story, I just can't help but love it. Now, besides the peak romance development between these two and the 10 out of 10 comedy, there's another key reason that makes DANDADAN so unique for me. It is the fact that even though the show manages to have some of the funniest moments in anime, it still manages to have some of the most heart-wrenching scenes in anime. And that honestly just makes me appreciate Yukinobu Tatsu, the creator of DANDADAN, so much more. Because he somehow managed to balance comedic and tragic emotional moments so well together that you can be in tears from laughing so much to being in tears from some of the most tragic and emotional moments you have ever seen. And these moments can be seen throughout the anime. We first got a glimpse of it from finding out why Okarun is so obsessed with Alien, because my god, yeah, I did not expect that. Then there's also the moments that shows you how Momo and her grandma are so tight-knit and care so much for each other. Following that is the surprisingly heartwarming past of Turbo Granny. Then, of course, we gotta talk about possibly one of the most tragic characters in anime, Acrobatic Silky. You know, there are those rare moments in anime where a scene or an episode just had such an emotional impact on you. It just hits so hard that not only do you get emotional or even teary eyes when you first watch it, you remember those exact moments for pretty much the rest of your life. And throughout the years I've watched anime, those moments has happened. The first time I watched Your Name, the first time I watched A Silent Voice, Cyberpunk Edge Runner, when I Want to Stay at Your House starts play, that episode in ReZero, when Subaru met his dad and mom again, when Jiraiya died in Naruto, and more recently, the first episode of Oshinoko. And now, I can wholeheartedly say that I will be adding another moment to that list, because episode 7 of DANDADAN, To a Kinder World, will undoubtedly go down as one of the saddest anime episodes I have ever watched. And I actually rewatched episode 7 again before recording this part just to see if I was overreacting. And honestly, it still hits the exact same. Now, I have made myself clear that I did not start reading the manga when DANDADAN came out. But for some reason, when that third trailer came out, there was a ballerina dancing on top of the water everywhere in the comment section who say things like, "Get ready to bawl your eyes out," or "Anime onlys will not be ready for this scene." those who haven't read the manga are not ready for this scene. People have burst into tears, and many other comments related to that specific scene. And when we first got introduced to acrobatic Silky, I just got the impression that she was just a funky, over-the-top spirit that had an obsession with people calling her mom. So when episode 7 came out, I was just thinking, why did people get so emotional about her backstory? And of course, after I watched it, her backstory was even more devastating than I could have ever anticipated. Now, I won't talk much about the episode itself because you need to watch it for yourself to fully experience the tragic story of acrobatic Silky, because words simply isn't enough to describe this absolute masterpiece of storytelling. But I will say that there are 2 specific moments in the episode that absolutely destroyed me. So if you want to experience it for yourself, skip to this timestamp. But when her daughter thanked her for all of her work, and all you hear is, which just hits you because her daughter was just the world to her. And the other moment is when Ira took over her daughter and just reassured her that she was the best mom she could have ever asked for. And it just cuts to her and her daughter looking at the beautiful sky. Those 2 moments destroyed me so hard. And while we are talking about Ira, I would like to retract my statement of calling her a bitch, because that brief backstory of Ira was enough to convince me that, yeah, no, this is just a daughter that is fulfilling her mom's promise. So Ira, keep doing what you're doing. Just maybe act a little bit less sassy. Now, there is no question that DANDADAN is one of the best things that has happened this year for anime. And it was peak every single week. From the animation, to the characters, to the story, and to the extremely emotional moment. But there's one more thing about the anime that is absolutely peak every single week, that slaps every single time it comes up, that is totally, undisputably, absolutely unskippable every single episode: the opening. Now, I am going to keep it short because we all know this song fucking slaps. But there's just a few things I do want to talk about. First up, whoever decided to have creepy nuts to make the opening for DANDADAN, yeah, don't even give that man a raise. Give that man a full-time promotion. And then Creepy Nuts, man, they are making a name for themselves in 2024. Like in the previous years, they already had a banger with Call of the Night. But this year pretty much solidified them as a mainstay for anime openings, right next to Kenji Yonezu and Yoasobi. Because after you make 2 bangers in 1 year, yeah, there's no doubt. And honestly, Otoroke has pretty much became my favorite anime opening of all time. And if you want to know how much I love this song, look at my Spotify rap. And just to remind you, the anime came out in October, and the song became my top 3 of the year. Yeah, you can tell I'm boogieing with this song. So to wrap up this perfection, I just got one more thing to say. Let's get our fucking balls back! Appreciate all you anime enjoyers for sticking around to the end of the video. And while we're at it, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yeah, as you can see, I am loving DANDADAN so much right now. And the best part is, they already announced season 2 for summer 2025. So my ass will be sitting right here, waiting for season 2. And honestly, if you haven't watched DANDADAN, for the love of God, go watch it. Anyway, again, appreciate you all for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. And if you are new to the channel and enjoy my videos, consider subscribing because it helps me a lot. And I already have a lot planned for 2025, so be sure to tune in. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, and until next time, see ya.